Omo Nigerians, it is time to jubilate and celebrate. Guys, it is time to be. I'm super proud, I'm super excited. Something massive just happened. Something we've been praying for. Yes, South Africa has been, humiliated, disgraced, by FIFA. FIFA is the football community, the football nation. You remember the same thing that happened between Nigeria and Libya, where Libya did magu magu. You understand? Treating Nigerian players the way they did, and FIFA had to intervene, and they suffered point deduction, they suffered sanctions. Yes, South Africa currently is suffering sanctions from FIFA. And you know who this gives advantage to? This gives advantage to Nigeria. So all the advantage goes to Nigeria as South Africa is suffering severe and serious sanctions from FIFA. And this is including possible point deduction. That means South Africa will have to suffer WOTOWOTO. Sanctions WOTOWOTO. You can say WOTOWOTO master. You can, whatever way you want to put it, that is how South Africa is going to face it from FIFA this time around. No be smarty, no. Wait till happen. How did all of this start? And why is South Africa facing these serious sanctions from FIFA? And how is this beneficial to Nigerian Super Eagles? How is this beneficial to Nigerians football? How is this going to help Nigeria? Why should Nigerians be jubilating and celebrating this? I know South Africans go say, oh, so everybody are celebrating our downfall. When Nigeria was busy losing games, drawing games, were you people not celebrating? Children are not celebrating. People are jubilating. If Nigeria eventually doesn't qualify for the World Cup, South Africa will be so proud. They will move around, gallivanting themselves, telling the world how they are better. Yes. So now that you people have committed crime, una don't do fraud. South Africa don't do fraud. They don't catch them. So FIFA don't catch them. And Nigeria was behind the case. They say no. These people that have always been accusing us, they always say, the Nigerians they do Yahoo, the Nigerians they do this practice, the Nigerians they do this one. South Africans did their own openly, and they expected to go free. Nigeria said no, the matter cannot go like that. These are the people that constantly accuse us of doing it. So now then they do and pass we. So this matter must not go unpunished. This matter must not go without it being dealt with severely. So we need to talk about it. We need to look into what happened, evaluate what happened, and see how it's going to be so beneficial to Nigeria. Yeah. So as you can see from the headline, so South Africa's Football Association, that's South Africa FA. Yes, that's their football association. Finally, they have bowed to the agreement or to the fact that South Africa will be sanctioned by point deduction. So the FIFA, which is international football organization body, they are going to deduct 3 points from South Africa for the World Cup 2026 qualification. There's a World Cup coming up next year, right? So South Africa and Nigeria, they happen to fall in the same category, the same group, playing for the qualification, playing to see who will be the better team to go and represent Africa at the World Cup. And remember, if Nigeria doesn't qualify for this World Cup, that will be 2 World Cups in a row that Nigeria hasn't qualified. That will be a disaster for African football, because the giant of Africa cannot be missing on the global stage. The biggest country in Africa with the best football talent in Africa cannot be absent at the World Cup for that's 8 years. That will be the biggest embarrassment of all time. So this thing cannot happen. And Nigeria's future in this World Cup is becoming is dwindling. It's not sure, because they didn't start the qualification well. They drew so many matches, lose so many games, and now they are struggling with South Africa leading the table. But for South Africa to be leading the table, they committed magu magu. And I'm going to explain to you the magu magu South Africa did to be where they are in the on the table on the World Cup qualifications. So basically, South Africa, there was a match they had to play, and there was a player that was on ban. For example, if you collect a red card or 2 consecutive yellow cards, you're supposed to miss the next game. There are rules if you break as a football player in a particular competition. Maybe you break it in the Premier League. Even if it was the last game of the Premier League that year, the next year you have to miss the first game. You don't have to play. You don't have to even appear on the squad list. You don't even have to be on the bench. You have to be out of the squad completely. So South Africa had a player, I think it's this young man you're seeing on your screen. So the player was banned. He was not supposed to play. Guess what? South Africa, because they know that he's their best player, is instrumental to them, is important to them. South Africa went and played this guy. That was completely illegal. That was completely Yahoo. And they knew it. They are not pretending, we did not know, we did not know. They knew it. Even the player knew it, that I'm not supposed to play this game. But guess what? They went and forced the player into the game, introduced him into the pitch, and they won the game. So when the issue was raised, South Africa was busy arguing that no, our points cannot be deducted. Our points cannot be deducted. Finally, FIFA has said no, we're going to deduct the 3 points. So South Africa was already leading the table with about 6 points, so they were sure that they have qualified already. So FIFA has, shrunk their hopes. These sanctions will disturb them psychologically, emotionally. The sanctions will bring South Africa to their knees. It will make them rethink. It will make them worry how they have to play to qualify for the World Cup come 2026. So this is a good one, because this will teach South Africans and expose them through. Because you are accusing Nigerians every day of committing magu and all these things. Meanwhile, your country people are the number one, the champion in the game. So this point deduction serves South Africa right. And now they have to play and work hard to qualify, not by cheating, not by yahoo, not by magu. That is a beautiful verdict from FIFA. No favoritism. Some South Africans will say, oh, it will not happen. Our points will not be deducted. Now lie. They don't deduct and finish. So South Africa, you have lost points. And now the advantage goes to Nigeria. They're not going to give the Nigeria the 3 points, but South Africa now is leading with just 3 points. Just 3 points. And there are still about 3 or 4 matches left to be played in the qualification stages for this World Cup. So a lot of things can actually happen along the line. And guess what? It is even more interesting because the next game for Nigeria and South Africa is they are playing each other. So Nigeria has is like a final. Nigeria has to play against South Africa, and the match will be played in South Africa. So it's a return game because South Africa already played Nigeria in Uyo Akwa Ibom. The match was a draw game. So now Nigeria has to travel all the way to South Africa to go and face South African squad, where they have to play that return game. So if Nigeria can draw or win that game against South Africa, Nigeria automatically goes to the top, or they will be level on points, which gives Nigeria a bigger advantage and an upper hand for the World Cup qualifications. So that's exactly how this plays out in the favor of Nigeria. That's how the thing is playing out to, because it's like God said, we want to make Nigeria qualify for this World Cup. I myself, I will not be fine if Nigeria did not qualify for World Cup. Oh boy, just imagine World Cup is going on and Nigeria is not there. What will I be supporting? What will I be saying? So I will just be observing now. I don't go on camera celebrate Super Eagles goal. I don't go on camera celebrate victory of Super Eagles. We don't go enjoy, we don't go shout. And that would be unacceptable. We can never allow such to happen. So Nigeria has to take advantage of this 3 points deduction from South Africa. This gives Nigeria the upper hand and gives Nigeria the strength, the wings. The advantage belongs to the Super Eagles. So the Super Eagles have a point to prove. South Africa is just on winning Nigeria in the under Junior African Nations Cup at the semi-finals. They didn't allow me rest. They were on my comment section. Within 1 hour, I get more than 300 comments from South Africans. They give me WOTOWOTO. They give me WOTOWOTO. They don't copy my WOTOWOTO style. They can't give me back. I say, South Africans, are you people normal? How can you people doing this to me? So I'm the king of WOTOWOTO. Now, come and don't catch up. So South Africa is facing sanctions from FIFA, and the advantage goes to Nigeria because, as it stands now, with just a little effort. It's no longer that difficult. All Nigeria needs to do is win or draw against South Africa, go on to win all their remaining games, and that will be qualification sealed, signed and sealed for the Super Eagles of Nigeria to go and represent this great continent called Africa at world's biggest stage. Yeah? So it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be mighty. It's going to be marvelous. I can't wait for this game, Nigeria versus South Africa, to come up. It's going to be, very soon, and we're going to experience an incredible atmosphere in South Africa. We have to travel to South Africa to go and watch this game. So those of you who want to travel with me and you will pay my flight and visa, contact me. Let's start preparing to see how we can travel to South Africa to go and support the Super Eagles. It is what it is. Your boy Ajimax on this one again. Guys, do me a favor, smash the like button, smash the notification bell. Come back anytime you're free, cause there's always more beautiful and amazing videos just for you. God bless you. Cheers.